My apologies, guys. The original audio of this video corrupted, so I had to do a voiceover. There is a lot that is going on here on USD CAD. I think that there's a lot of money to be made here on USD CAD. But without wasting much of time, let's get into it. So what I'm gonna do right now is to scale it up to the higher time frame, which in this case will be the monthly time frame. So we get we go onto higher time frames just to see the future trend of the market. We analyze higher time frames just to see where the market is more likely to go in the near future. So here on this monthly time frame, I can already see what has been happening previously right here on these previous candlesticks that has been created by the market. So I am more interested in these areas right here, and I am more interested in what has been happening previously right here on these weeks. So I am gonna be looking more on these details and see what actually the market is trying to tell us. So from these levels, we can see that the market has been giving birth to a zone right here on these levels. So these weeks represent something in the market. These weeks are just it's just a market forming a new zone. So this level here, we can see that the market gave birth to a new zone, right? And after the market created that zone, we started seeing the market pushing to the upside. So we can already see what the market has presented right here, right? This week's right here, the market couldn't push through. So the market has been respecting these levels, and look at what this guy did right here. This guy pushed all the way to the upside, broken above this level right here, and then we can see clearly that the next candlestick that came out pushed up to the upside, but before it pushed to the upside, it had to come back to that level to test that level, right? And then look at what it did. It actually pushed all the way to the upside, but the market couldn't push further more to the upside because the market had to pull back to respect a new zone. There's another zone here which has been given birth by the market. So if I can just mark these levels right here, you can see clearly why the market tend to come back to these levels, right? There was a reason why the market came back to these levels. It is because the market was coming back to retest this level that was given birth to by the market. And after retesting that level, now we can see that the market is pushing to the upside again, right? So now I'm very confident to say that the market is getting ready to push all the way to the upside. So it is clear that here on USD CAD we have a bullish market. So if we can just look at other scenarios, I can already see that we have that double top right there, of which that double top, to me, this whole move is just a ranging market. So we have a ranging market here on this USD CAD. As you can see, this is some sort of a ranging market, right? So if we can look at how the market has been moving, right? If we can just look at this ranging market, we can see that the market has to fill that gap on the bullish side, because we can see that the market moved from support to resistance, from resistance back to support, from support to resistance, and from resistance back to support. And now we are just pushing all the way back up to resistance, and I'm anticipating the market to actually break above these levels, come back and retest, and continue pushing all the way to the upside, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because there is also other structure. There are also other scenarios that are supporting this this sort of moves that I'm anticipating, because we already have that first touch, second touch, and now we anticipate the market to push through for that third touch of that trend line, right? So that's the reason I'm saying the market will push through and break above that ranging market, come back and retest, and continue moving to the upside, right? And when the market reaches that level, it will have reached that third touch of the trend line, and that level is also being supported by that double top which I spoke about, right? And we also have that first touches from the lower level of the market, first touch, second touch, and then that is a clear bullish market. So we can see clearly that this whole structure is a bullish market. So this whole structure is also being supported by this level right here. So we have that resistance level right there, which confirms that this bullish structure is valid, right? So we anticipate the market to push through all the way to the upside. But then there are a lot of things that could happen when we go on to smaller time frames. So here on the weekly time frame, we can see that that was a clear breakout and a retest, right? So it is clear that the market is getting ready to push all the way to the upside to fill those gaps, right? But we will see what the market will do when it reaches these levels. We might start seeing the market giving us those entry opportunities in a sort of a continuation pattern, and then we enter the market from there. Or if the market fails to push through from that level, we might start seeing the market giving us those confirmations that the market is getting ready to reverse to the downside. So we might as well wait for those continuation patterns that confirms that the market is getting ready for that reversal, or the market is getting ready to push through to break those levels, So if we can just furthermore go on to those smaller time frames, if we can just look at this 4 hours time frame, we can already see that here on the 4-hour time frames there is a lot of noise. We couldn't have seen what we have seen on bigger time frames if we had just started from these lower time frames. You can see that there's a lot of noise here on this smaller time frame. This is just a lot of noise to me, but we have these levels right here. So how I'll go about entering this is that I will wait for the market to break through this level right here, wait for a retest, or wait for the continuation pattern that confirms that the market is going to the upside, or I can just wait for the market to break above this level as well, because this is also another trend which has been broken by the market. If I can just put this trend line for you, you will see that the market has already broken this trend, right? So I anticipate the market maybe to come back to test these levels right here, and then from here I can just enter the market based on how the market is moving. If the market can just come back to this level and give me a continuation pattern to the upside, then I will be more than happy to enter the market from these levels right here. From this level right here, my stop loss right below this, maybe this below this level right here. If the market could do that, I would be more than happy to enter from these levels. So I won't be just entering. I will be looking for something like this. I will be looking for something like this. If the market could just do something like this and then give me a continuation pattern, then boom, we go. This is what I look for when I enter the market.